Hello and welcome to the very last edition of the Mariners Massive. We have made it to the grand final where Adelaide United are hosting Brisbane Roar. Unfortunately, the Mariners didn't quite make it. We lost in our championship semi-final and as a result are not involved on the final day. We are going to see the game though, and of course there's plenty of information that I am going to dispense as the game progresses. We'll see the two sides being led out here by their respective coaches. As far as I know, it's still Carl Vert and Warren Moon in charge as Ben Halloran gets underway. Corey Brown taking the ball off him. In terms of the additional touchline tablet, I'm not sure what we want to see really. Shall we see Brisbane's shot map on the other one? Why not? So some of the stuff that I want to talk about is the end of season awards have been announced for the Central Coast Mariners. Matt Simon was the Fans Player of the Year with a whopping 76% of the vote, beating out the likes of Ollie Bozanic and Mark Birighitti. Goal of the season went to Daniel De Silva. I can't remember which one, to be honest. I think it was against Perth Glory. Signing of the season was a free transfer. George Niedermeyer came in right when we needed defensive cover for the likes of Kai Rolls and Ruan Tongic. Young player of the season was Stefan Negro, our right back. I have to say he is 24 years old, so a bit of a strange one that, but there you go. In terms of the league itself, the top goal scorer was Matt Simon with 25 goals to his name. Did really well as Ulson in the Adelaide goal does really well himself. So the Wizard of Woy Woy on top of the goal scoring charts. Most assists was jointly held by Michael Yanota and Oliver Bozanic, both Central Coast Mariners players. Matt Simon also had the most shots on goal of anybody and was the most player of the match, the awards that he received. Marcos Urena has been called up for the Gold Cup squad for Costa Rica. There was talk that he was going to be dropped prior to the announcement, but he is there and he will be as part of the international tournament during the off-season. There are several new signings to arrive at the Mariners. Ulysses Davila and Cameron Devlin are both coming in from Wellington Phoenix. In defence, Curtis Good will make the move from Melbourne City. Steve Ugarkovic is coming in still with Newcastle Jets in the Mariners Massive. He hadn't made that move to Western Sydney Wanderers as Jack Hingett just fires wide. Also coming in, we've got Christian Theoharis. He's coming back from Germany. I believe he's with Borussia Mönchengladbach at the moment. He's signing for us on a free transfer, so we're looking forward to that. The big signing for us, Ecuador International, had to get a work permit for him. Jefferson Montero, formerly of Swansea City here in the UK. He will be signing for us for next year's campaign. Still no way through for Brisbane Roar, who have had 5 shots, 3 on target, so they're doing pretty well against Adelaide. But the rear guard, the defence, is holding firm. Hingett now into the box. Can he do anything from here? He can put the ball in, but again it's cleared. This time Stefan Mork back there to help out his defence. Corey Brown going all the way back. The corner's quelled there. As you can see, shots. We've got 3 for Adelaide, 7 for the Roar, just 1 on target for the Reds, and 3 for Brisbane. Big XG swing towards the Roar, over 1.5, 1.05, I believe it was. As the likes of Javi Lopez now pop the ball around. Here's Ryan Kitto with the cross, and there's a save by Jamie Young. So that was a big effort by Adelaide. That's just jumped them up in terms of XG ever so slightly. And it has to be said, lack of corners for Adelaide, just 1 in this half. Not doing the best possible. As we enter half-time, we can just compare the two teams. Certainly in terms of XG, you'll see that they're all there in the white, enjoying the lion's share of the chances. We've got Jay O'Shea and Jordan Courtney Perkins on the ball as the second half gets underway. Tom Aldred as well, the captain there. I believe in real life he's going to continue with the Raw next season. Macaulay Gillespie has returned to the UK. He is signed for Plymouth Argyle in recent days. So it's the usual silly season. The off-season has begun in the A-League for the clubs not involved in the grand final. Great to see that fans will be back for Melbourne City's fixture against Sydney FC in a rematch of last year's grand final. Seen quite a lot of criticism online of this grand final, saying that it's between a couple of boring teams. You know, people want to see the likes of Wellington Phoenix or Central Coast Mariners make it, but you've got to win the games. You know, it's great having fantastic football and really enjoying it, but at the end of the day, it's a results-driven business, and like here, we've got, you know, the Mariners aren't in the grand final here in the Mariners Massive, which sort of proves that I don't really cheat at these things. And in real life, it's Sydney FC travelling to Melbourne, to Amy Park, to take on Patrick Kisnorbo's City. That's just how it works. You know, the two best teams will get there. It's a little bit different in Australia. Obviously, they have the finals. So you've got the first past the post, the premiers. And it's only in recent seasons that they've really been respected alongside the champions. Although, of course, the exploits of the likes of Perth Glory under Tony Popovich really helped that. They were a fantastic side. Narrowly missed out on winning the championship on penalties. I think Brendan Santalab tried Panenka, didn't work out, as Andrew Redmayne made a pretty simple save that day, giving the Sky Blues the championship. And got to give a shout out to Steve Corica, the manager of Sydney FC. He could win his third championship in succession and yet still doesn't get the respect that he deserves, which is just mind-blowing. Can you imagine here in the UK if Pep Guardiola won the Premier League 3 times in a row and wasn't respected, and half the City fans wanted him sacked? That's just crazy talk, to be honest. I think better the devil you know, I would say. Especially, you know, we've seen it here in the UK with the likes of Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger. When those go, there's no telling what may happen at your club. If you want to be mired in mediocrity for the next few seasons, by all means, find a better man. But I don't think one exists for Sydney FC. I think Steve Corica is perfect. A lot of people pointing to, you know, Adam Lafondra, Bobo having returned, but they've got to want to come back, and they've got to want to play for the manager. It was a bit of a shame to see Corica not recognised on the shortlist for Coach of the Year. It was between Patrick Kisnorbo, Alan Stadjic, who's now left the Mariners in real life, and Warren Moon at Brisbane Roar. Got to say, Kisnorbo, Stadge would have been absolutely there for me, but Warren Moon, really? I think Corica was a little bit unfairly done to there, as this game here has gone to extra time. So we are going to get 30 more minutes of action, and 30 more minutes for me to chat. The Mariners' massive save has been, it's been interesting because there weren't really any expectations. When we look back at the competition screen right at the very start of the save, we were expected to finish bottom of the Premiership, the A-League ladder. We finished top with some great performances from the likes of Matt Simon, 25 goals to his name. And we've really done well, but it just feels like everybody else has played a little bit poorly. We haven't really come up against good teams, and I suspect that's not... There's one area where Football Manager sort of fails to kind of replicate real life, because in real life I would say that no game exists in isolation. Everything kind of follows on and there's momentum, whereas here in Football Manager it seems that we just played everybody just at the right time when they're either on a bad run or not doing brilliantly. And I think that's helped us. But it didn't, of course, when we got through to the final series. We crashed out at the first time of asking. Absolutely nothing that we could do there. And that's what happens in a one-off game. It can do. The formation that we've used has been very consistent. We've used a 4-2-3-1, which was a pretty wide setup at the start of the season. That reduced through the attacking midfield 3 became 3 central attacking midfielders towards the end of the season, as the players that we had unfortunately didn't quite fit anymore. They struggled out wide, and as a result we went for a more narrow formation. That's worked really well, as has our corners. I do quite enjoy set pieces and plotting those. They've gone really well for us. Plenty of goals been shared around. Just one event in this game, though. Javi Lopez with a booking in the 103rd minute. Other than that, we could be seeing a penalty shootout here. I say that now. There won't be a penalty shootout, and somebody will get a late winner. But we'll see a goal either way, as Adelaide are coming forward. Strain into Metcalf, who is on loan from Melbourne City. Back to Metcalf, now into Tommy Juric, and there's a good strike by Connor Metcalf. Of course, out with the Socceroos squad in real life at the moment. Javi Lopez with the resulting corner. Jamie Young made the save, and it's going to go all the way back to Ryan Strain. Elsie, now going the wrong way, isn't he? The central defender there. So the things that I've learned in this save, well, bring in reinforcements at the right time. I suppose that's the Steve Corica principle. We signed the likes of George Niedermeyer, Louis Fenton, Andrew Redmayne when they became available. More recently, the likes of Scott McDonald, and working within the wage cap. Have to do that, you have to keep to it. So that's been quite a challenge. I've really enjoyed this series. I mean, everybody enjoys a series when they're winning games every week. But for the end, you know, it would have been a good story. We are now heading to penalties. We have a penalty shootout, everybody. Adelaide United, they take first with Tommy Juric. Let's see what the ace striker, the former Socceroos man, can do. Fires in the goal, no problem for him. Tom Aldred steps up, central defender, and he scores for Brisbane Roar. Next, Park Joo-ho, a mid-season signing for Adelaide, straight down the middle. Jamie Young not getting anywhere near it. Here's Dylan Wenzel-Halls, and it's saved. Ulson denies him. He's moving to Western United in real life for next season. Javi Lopez slots the next penalty away. It is 3-1 in favour of the Reds. Corey Brown, he slams that home. Absolutely hammers it. Matt Sporanovic, another mid-season signing for Adelaide. They signed quite a few players at the back, but there's a save by Jamie Young. So Jesse Daly has the chance to level things up for Brisbane. He does not. Ulison stays on his line. Stands and delivers. We are down to the 5th penalty for each side. Seol Young-woo is the man for Adelaide. He could put this away here. He does indeed. And they think it's all over. It is now. Adelaide United are A-League champions. There you have it. Not quite sure about that trophy. One of the key features, and he just walked through the barricade there. One of the key features for the A-League, of course, is the golden toilet seat. That is the trophy on offer as we get the lift. There we have it. Adelaide captain Stefan Mork this season, I think it is. He raises the trophy for everyone to see, and Adelaide begin their walk around the stadium. There we have it, the goalkeeper busting out the old cartwheel there. Congratulations to them. And that will be the end of the games. As you can see, it is all over. I was indeed spotted there at the Adelaide Oval to witness that game. What I'm going to get to is potentially the end of season news item. This is what I'm after. Just before we go to a break, I just want to go through some of the news items that we've received. A record low number of league defeats, just 4 losses in the regular season. Matt Simon was named as the A-League Player of the Year with 25 goals in 26 games and 5 assists to his name as well, the 35-year-old. He won the A-League Golden Boot ahead of Tommy Juric and Bernie Abini. There you go, the second and third place respectively there. Young Player of the Year went to Rami Najareen on loan at Newcastle Jets from Melbourne City. Mark Birighitti named A-League Goalkeeper of the Year ahead of Jamie Young and Tom Glover for Melbourne City. Myself was named A-League Manager of the Year. Carl Vert in second with the championship under his belt, and Ufi Talai in third. In the regular season, Wellington was second in the table. The managing director Sean Mielkamp praised myself for winning Manager of the Year. We've got 8 players in the All-Star 11, including the likes of Mark Birighitti in goal, Ruan Tongic, Stefan Negro, Ollie Bozanic, Jack Clisby, Daniel De Silva, Michael Yanota and Matt Simon. In fact, the only players that weren't for ours were Javi Lopez, Stefan Mork and Ryan Shotton in defence. In the PFA Team of the Year, I think that's pretty much the same team. So, strange one. And then Matt Simon dedicating his A-League Player of the Year to myself, along with his Golden Boot as well. However, new signing, Jefferson Montero, already unhappy that I failed to play him in his preferred position as an attacking midfielder on the left. Bit of a strange one here because he hasn't been eligible for any games that we've played. I'm not quite sure how to do this one. Let's just appease him for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break, and then we're just going to find out afterwards if we can see the end of season report that Football Manager 21 offers. See you in a second. Welcome back. I never quite made it to the end of season review for reasons best known to itself. I have to now wait 158 days from July all the way to December for the next A-League fixture, and it seems that the Mariners are set to be sold. So art imitating life, hopefully. Mike Charlesworth looking to step aside. As for me, I won't be with the Mariners next season. Already there's been managerial movement. Marco Kurtz has taken over Western Sydney Wanderers, and Carl Robinson is back with Newcastle Jets. Alan Lafondra has finally signed here on the Central Coast. As for me, I've got a new challenge. I'll be with Sydney FC for the coming season. That's right. I've jumped ship. It's what always happens at the end of these series. I've now changed the game, and I'm with the Sky Blues. An A-League Manager of the Year. I bring a blend of experience and proven credentials to my new job at Sydney FC. There you have it. Thank you to everybody who has joined me as part of this series. It has been a really enjoyable experience for me. It has been a good one, and for Football Manager 22, I'm sure I'll be back for that in the A-League, perhaps, possibly, who knows. I do know that the Sunday League to Legends series will continue. I've taken a little bit of a break from that this week just to get the Mariners Massive over the line, but be that as it may, I'm really looking forward to finishing off what we started with Leyland Albion. I don't know what will happen in the Thursday slot, whether we do anything on YouTube or anything like that, but as I said, just want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in at any point during the last several months. It's been a roller coaster ride, and we won the Premiership, didn't quite make the Championship, but we've done pretty well. And now it's time for me privately to continue on with a new job in quite a long time. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you again.